In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. One God, Amen. Christus Anesti. The Christus Aftof. And all with me Aftof. With God's grace, the fifth Sunday, or the Holy 50 Days, the main theme is the very famous verse that the Lord spoke to Thomas. And I think this is the second gift that Thomas, the disciple, is giving us. The first gift is Sunday, the Thomas Sunday, because it's a landmark event that gives comfort to millions of millions of millions afterwards, having the same doubt. And now, Thomas is asking the Lord, show us the way and we will go. Show us the way and we will go. We don't know where we are going. And Thomas said to him, Lord, we do not know where you are going, and how can we know the way? And Jesus said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. I am the way, the truth, and the life. It is very, very, very important. He is not saying, I am a way, I am a truth, I am a life. He's saying, I am the way, al-tariq. There is no other way. I am the truth. There is no other truth, and I am the life, the source of life, and the one who will give you life forever through the action of the resurrection. So, one of the names of the Christians, the group of the way. The first actual name of Christians, Christians were called the group of the way before being called Christians. And this is very clear in the book of Acts. جماعة الطريق مش جماعة الإخوان المسلمين. The group of the way. This is the first name of us as Christians, because the Lord said about himself that he is the way. So those people who are following the way. And as letters, if you see in Acts, and as letters, so St. Paul is saying, and this is the reading also from of today from the book of Acts chapter 9. And he asked letters from him to the synagogues of Damascus, so that if he found any who were of the way, who were following the way, that they will prosecute them, or they will put them to death. So you will find this in the book of Acts, the first time Christians are called the way. St. Ambrose said a very nice saying, may Christ be the way that receives us, and the truth that strengthens us, and the life that invigorates us. The way that receives us, the truth that strengthens us, because sometimes you think by lying or by being politically correct that you will have strength, or you can conquer the situations. But it is by truth. I don't know how to move this. Dan, if you can just escape this, please. By saying, or by being politically correct, that you will have strength, but unfortunately it is a source of weakness. With God's grace, I want to speak with you today about rest, raha. Because in many times, or actually all the times, we are seeking for rest. We are seeking for comfort. We are seeking that our hearts will be comforted, our life will be peaceful. We are seeking rest. And you pursue rest in career, so as to make more money, so as you can retire full of or having a very satisfactory or life that is full of rest. You go and do more studies, so as you will make more money, so as you will be having a better lifestyle. And the better lifestyle in the end is to have rest. And you try to get married to seek stability in your life and to have rest. And you, after getting married, you are seeking to have kids, and after having kids, that you think that You will have rest. طبعا all the parents know what I'm talking about. But neither the career, nor the kids, nor your wife, nor your husband, nor your money, nor anything you do in life, maybe in sports, whatever is the things. But in the end, we are left out in the end of the day restless, sleepless, cannot have comfort in our hearts, and we keep seeking many types of better lifestyle and stress-free life, but unfortunately, it is far from us. So, what has this to do with what the Lord said, I am the way and the truth and the life? The Lord is the way for the rest. The Lord is the way for a stress-free life. The Lord is the way for comfort. Unfortunately, we keep seeking comfort outside of Him, and we don't find it. Even addicts, what they are seeking in their inappropriate behavior, satisfaction, and all of them, they will tell you that we want to be comforted, we want to have rest, we want to have peace, we want to feel good, but far it be from having any rest or peace away from God. So, in the book of Isaiah, it said this: since God is the way to rest, there is a condition, there is a path for rest, and there is a fruit of this path, which is having rest. Many times, because we are oblivious of the path, that's why we are seeking. I don't know if you have been to Big Bear before. There are two ways of going up to Big Bear. But if you haven't ever been to Big Bear, and you keep searching and searching and searching, without knowing in the exact way, you can get lost very easily. Also the monastery. After you go on the dirt road, you don't know where to go in Barst. You are confused. So you keep asking, you know navigation, there is nothing. You know the path or you don't know the path. Or you have someone who knows the path. Or that the government will fund money to pave the dirt road, and now you have what? A way. You have a way that you would pursue so as you reach the destination. So, and many times we are searching for the rest or the comfort outside of God, seeking it diligently all our life, and we don't find it. There is a condition. This condition, before searching for the path of rest, this is a condition. There is, in Isaiah spoke of that condition. A highway shall be there, and a road, it shall be called the highway of, can you read it? The highway of holiness. The new highway there. The highway of holiness, that the unclean shall not pass over it. Oops. Now we have a condition for being or getting to the road or getting to the path. A highway of holiness, that the unclean shall not pass over it, but it shall be for others. Whoever walks the road, although a fool, even if the person who is holy and a fool, on this path, he shall not go astray. وتكون هناك سكة والطريق يقال لها الطريق المقدسة لا يعبر فيها نجس. There is no place for unholiness in this path. And this is the condition, this is the gate that makes us in the path of the true path of rest. Without this gate, unfortunately, you are on the wrong path. If we lost a pure life, we lost everything. That's why St. Paul in the book of Hebrews يقول لك القداسة التي بدونها لن يعاين أحد الرب. Holiness without which no one will see the Lord. This is not Abuna. This is what St. Paul is saying in Hebrews chapter 12. So it is very clear that it is a condition. You cannot go in all this path for rest without having this on the checkpoint. Are you living a pure life? No, I'm not living a pure life. Then what do you need to do? Return back. Repent. Return, confess wholeheartedly, and you are starting the path of rest. But this is really what in Jeremiah he will also speak about the way. So for those who are sleeping, what is the first condition? It is the name of the highway اسمه ايه? The highway of holiness. There is no other path. If we lost holiness, we lost the highway. We lost the path for rest. In Jeremiah 6, the Lord will show us, okay, what are the steps? So now I have the condition of holiness. I'm living a pure life. Okay, what to do? And in Jeremiah 6, this is the path. And thus the Lord said, stand in the ways. See and ask for the old path, where the good ways is, and walk in it, and then you will find rest for your soul. Here will have rest. This is what I've been looking for. So in Jeremiah chapter 6, stand in the ways, see, look around, ask, and walk in the path that will lead to rest. But look what they replied, the people in the time of Jeremiah, but they said, we will not walk in it. We don't want to walk in it. Do you know why? Why the people are saying we don't want to walk in it? Because there is a condition that they are not willing to give up. There is a pure life that they don't want to live in, unfortunately. But far it be from rest. عشان كده قال ربنا لا سلام قال الرب للأشرار. There is no peace for those who are evil. This is what the psalm is saying. There is no peace. Why there is no peace? Because I am bypassing the condition for the path that leads to rest. So 4 steps. Jeremiah 6:16. 4 steps. Stand, look, ask, and walk. So we memorized for one thing. What is this? The condition is that the holy way of the highway of holiness. The 4 steps: stand, look, ask, and walk. And it goes in this exact situation. You need to stop. If you are lost, once I was going to a retreat in Big Bear, and it was raining, the phone network was down, and I am clueless where I'm going. And every time the navigation of the car navigation say recalculate maybe for 15 minutes. What is the first thing that you need to do in a setting like this? You need to stop, pull over, and see exactly what's going on. Where are we? You need to stand, then look around, then ask for guidance, then walk based on the guidance that you get. Stand, look, ask, walk, and then you will find rest. This is the path. Stand, you need to pause. Sometimes God permits accidents or crashes to happen in our life to force us to pause. But we are not getting it, and we start complaining why this is happening. There is a funny story. Abuna was visiting a senior citizen, an old man, and he had a young child, a young boy in his teenagers, and there are only 2. So the father is very old and the young child. And Abuna was asking the father, where is your son? He told him he is upstairs, all the time on the internet talking with people. He never talks to me. So Abuna told him, what do you do? How do you capture his attention? He told him, I plug out the internet cable. So he calls me over the phone. He tells me, what's going on? So I tell him the same answer every time. I tell him, I'm going to the restroom. So when I'm going to the restroom, my foot just got entangled with the wire, and I pulled the wire. I'm sorry. Please come. So as you can fix it, I can't bend down all the way to fix it. So Abuna asked the old man, how many times do you go to the restroom? He told him 2 times an hour. And I think this is the same exact situation. God is pulling the internet, stop, telling you stop, you need to talk to me. That's we are calling, complaining. Why me? why this is happening. أنت مش ناسي, أنت مش هترحمني. You are not going to forgive. You are not going to forget me. Give me a break. We keep complaining, not realizing that this is the first step to stop. Stop your life, pause, and sometimes because of that busyness of lifestyle that we are in, that you will be forced to stop. Whatever is this, but it is a call from your Father to communicate with you. A call from your Father to communicate with you. I think it's a funny one, but it is representing exactly where some of us are. So we need to, number one, stand. Number two, look around and look, where are you? Evaluate the paths. If you are pursuing this path away from God, where does this lead? If you are pursuing something that is not honoring God, where does this lead? If you are pursuing service, where does this lead? Examine yourself and your motives deeply from within so as to know exactly where are you heading. But without stopping, you cannot look and you cannot evaluate and you cannot search. That's why it is a must to have a pause. And people who are wise and smart, they have this pause on a daily basis in a quiet time. عندهم وقت الخلوة, they pause in front of God and they do their due diligence on a daily basis to listen and get guidance from God where they should path or what the way of rest. There was a lady that used to have quiet time many times in her life. So while she was teenager till the time she get married, almost for a very, very long time she was having every day in the morning, 7 a.m. from 7 to 7:20, she's alone, she's reading in the Bible, she is praying, and she's having her stop or stand, and she looks and she asks God that she have rest. And for many, many, many years she stopped doing this. And after a while, her father of confession spoke with her about this idea of why not to return back to the quiet time that you used to have. And after a few weeks, she returned back and she communicated to her spiritual father that this is the best thing that she did in her life recently. That she returned back to the time where she is standing, she is looking around, evaluating the day and even the path. She's asking God for guidance, and she is walking in the path of guidance that God is giving her. So, the first condition, the condition is what? It is the highway of? No, I can't hear. The highway of holiness. This is the condition. If I am in this highway of holiness, in order to reach rest, I need to stand or to stop, to look, and to ask. And sometimes we don't ask, and we are determined to move in our life without guidance. And sometimes I have a plan, and I want to execute the plan, and I don't want to go to Abuna because Abuna is going to hinder the plan. So let me avoid Abuna and execute so as no one is going to stop me from my plan. This is the prime. Pray for the devil, whom really the devil is playing games big time with, is those who are stubborn, opinionated, they don't want to ask or consult. Be my guest, because simply this is where we lose our opportunity to get the guidance from God or from the people whom we trust so as to check and to do the right path or to pursue the right path. Always ask for guidance, and it is very important to realize that God even promised, I will instruct you, I will teach you in the way you should go, I will guide you with my eyes. I will instruct you, I will teach you in the way you should go, I will guide you with my eyes. Sometimes we are doing rushed decisions based on emotional or impulsive reaction, and we pay the cost of these decisions all our life. I remember a guy going to Egypt sent me a message on Facebook. I want to pray for me, I'm traveling. May God bless you. After 2 days, I want to pray for me, I'm getting engaged. May God be with you. I want to pray for me. I'm getting married in 10 days. I didn't reply. Until now, I didn't reply. How you are doing this? You are taking a decision for life in 10 days. Ask for guidance, and those who are wise and those who are humble enough, they will humble themselves and say, Lord, now I need to ask. I need guidance. And this is one of the best things that you will have in your life, by having a free phone call to your father of confession anytime to get guidance from, or meet him in person and get guidance from. Have faith and walk. After you stop and you look and you ask, walk in the path and don't be afraid to pursue the path that God has shown you. Make the decision and walk the path of God. Don't be afraid, because unfortunately it is fear that is holding us back from pursuing this path. There is, I will end with this, there is a final story. The story, it's a weird story to know after the end of it, but it was a revelation to one of the nuns that has been living nearby that mountain. That's why we knew the story. The story is, there was a guy who was climbing mountains. He was very good, and he had a team that they were climbing together, and unfortunately he lost the team and he was alone, and his foot slipped and he fell from the mountain. And as you know, they are always having the harness, so he fell all the way, but it was very dark and it was extremely cold, couple of degrees below zero. And he didn't know what to do. He cannot see anything. He didn't know what to do. And he asked God, "Oh Lord, show me the path. What shall I do?" And he heard a voice saying, "Cut the rope. Cut the rope." So he stopped. He looked. He asked. And God answered him, "Cut the rope." Did he cut the rope? No. He was afraid. He didn't have faith to trust that voice. And they found him dead few inches from the ground. It is dark, I cannot see. They found him dead few inches from the ground. This is exactly what we do when we don't walk. After all doing all the stages and we don't walk, it needs faith, it needs to trust. But start from the beginning. Live a holy life, stop, look around, ask, and walk in the path that God will show you, and definitely you will have peace. And this is the path of having rest. May God give us all rest daily, and also the eternal rest. For Him is the glory forever and ever and ever.